Hey there, beautiful souls. Just Intuitive Angel Healer here with your grounded guide to the spiritually awakened survivors of the toxic shadows. Welcome to my YouTube channel and updated podcast channel, Spoken Like an Angel, Enlightenment for Survivors, where my prophetic words are meant to help stimulate so you can raise your vibe and elevate. Thank you so much for being here today. Today is August 17th. 2023, and today's episode is all fair in love and spiritual warfare, choosing to enlighten your values. So Spirit guided me to an article today that I want to share with you. And since a lot of us are going through this spiritual warfare, it seems like a perfect message to share out there, because how many of you have heard this message? All is fair in love and war. And there's a Latin phrase out there. It's inter arma silent legis. Inter arma silent legis. In times of war, laws fall silent. And this is a Latin phrase that came from Cicero in his speech in ancient Rome. And really, it's saying that you can do whatever's necessary to win your war, which is that really true, because there's karma that's involved, right? And that's where the karmics don't seem to understand that, yes, you can do all the things that you're doing. You have free will, choice, whatever you want. But at the end of the day, you also have to pay this thing called karma. And there's an actual karmic justice system, just like our judicial system, that you are going to have to face up to. And the difference is you can't hide out in the universe forever and run away from karmic justice, because karmic justice will find you. Eventually, all criminals that are on the run get caught. Why? Because they're stressed out. Most people are stressed out, and that's why they end up giving themselves up. And a lot of these karmics right now are really stressed out, especially if you are one of the chosen ones. You probably have a very strong ancestral team that these people have really thought that they were bigger than too and created karma with. So yeah, they're probably getting little ghosties to haunt them, come and visit. That is personally because the ancestors are fed up to here. I literally heard that. I'm fed up to here. And I got told to stay out of the way, that it's in God's hands now. And to just keep sending love and light to the situation, and to not get entangled in it, because morality and law seem to be misplaced in this world. And I love this, because this is what I found on this article. So they also have a lot of fearful mindset and toxic ways. I want to share this article with you before I get too far into it. So it says it's by Vandita Gupta. Is all really fair in love and war? And it says it seems to imply that war and love exist in different universes when you say all is fair in love and war. A universe where usual standards of fairness and rules can be dismissed. War seems to exist on the extreme fringes of human experience, where life itself is on the line, where self-interest and necessity reign supreme. And it says morality and law seem to be misplaced in this world, where men and women do whatever it takes to protect themselves and their communities. As the old Latin aphorism, goes, and what I just said, inter arma silente legis, that's Latin, or in times of war, the law falls silent. It is used to defend acts that are unjust and inhumane, a way to deflect the guilt of the crimes we inflict on our fellow human beings. It reveals a terrible truth, strips away our civilized adornments, and our true naked nature is revealed: bloodthirsty, fearful, self-concerned, driven, and murderous. However, despite its apparent truth, we are not satisfied by this kind of doomed apathy. The moral posturing of mankind compels us to sign treaties, put up international courts, and establish a framework of legal reproach during conflicts. This tradition to try and fire war neatly back into the moral landscape is perhaps as old as war itself. It is an important and influential endeavor because we realize that pacifism can be self-contradictory. In many contexts, the principle refusal to use violence can encourage the violent part to become more aggressive in their tactics and can lead to the most terrible and bloody outcomes. Despite all its downfalls, there seems to be legitimate use of force in international relations. And it says a just war is a war that is declared for right and noble purposes and waged in a specific manner. The doctrine of just war emerges out of Christian pacifism, saying that violence should not be unconstrained. The use of violence should be tailored to certain moral ends, and the means chosen should be proportionate to the selected ends. In the traditional sense, a just war is not a good war. Instead, it is a conflict that Christians believe is necessary or just under the circumstances when all other options have been exhausted. It is both an unavoidable evil and a final resort. I just saw 7:12. And it says the doctrine sets standards for assessing whether a war should be fought, whether it could be justified, and how it should be fought. Hence, this judgment has a duality. It compels us to make decisions about aggression and self-defense, whereas the other one concerns the adherence or breach of established and positive engagement principles. Both types of judgment are logically distinct. A just war can be waged unjustly, and an unjust war can be fought in precise conformity with the rules. And it says, as Michael Walzer, the American political theorist, notes, aggression is a crime, but aggressive warfare can be regulated activity. Resisting aggression is right, but it must be done with moral restraint. And again, I would offer you to go read this. It's Just War. Is all war real? Is all really fair in Love and War by Vandita Gupta. Spirit wanted me to show you this, and it's really a thought to process, because when you're in the spiritual war, you don't fight hate with hate. And here is a quote that I found by Martin Luther King Jr. Spirit showed me. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. And that's by Martin Luther King Jr. This is a big message of not matching energy. Send love and light to the situation and use prayer to heal this, but surrender this to God and your angels, because you are supposed to stand up for yourself. You are supposed to fight the spiritual war, but you're supposed to do it in a love and light manner. You're not supposed to match their energy. So just because they hated on you and gossip doesn't mean you go and gossip and hate on them, because all is not fair in Love and War. War and love exist in different universes on different vibrational fields. And Spirit also wanted to remind you, is if you believe in fallen angels or not, but fallen angels were a group of angels that descended on a city one day, and literally sexually assaulted the women and had children. Now they have half breeds because we're not supposed to have half human, half angel, kind of like if you're into Percy Jackson, and they talk about he's the son of Poseidon, and they're like, how is that? He's a god and this is a human. Well, that's what the concept of the fallen angels is. And the fallen angels are the ones that created war and cosmetics. So I guide you to go learn more about that. Because when you're fighting these spiritual warfares, it's not all just karmic people that you were with. Some people literally have demonic attachments to them. And some of them are literally fallen angels. I've also found a connection that ties in people that are really like that got caught up in, say, prostitution, drugs, the really criminal activities, just the really low vibrational activities. Those people have a tendency to be connected to have some kind of fallen angel lineage. So if you were part of that, maybe you're struggling with addiction, it's good to know these things because this is what helped me figure out all of this. I took what I knew and then I listened to spirit, what the things I didn't know, and I put them all together, and I'm learning that there is I'm probably have some fallen angel lineages, especially on my dad's side. That is so tied into a fallen angel lineage. I'm not sure about my mom's side. I feel like she's just a karmic relationship that I just need to learn 1, 2, 3, 4. As I say that, so enough about that, but I guide you to look more into this. And so when you're being tested today, you have a choice. Remember, you have a choice to match energy, or you have a choice to not throw away all of your hard work that you've done on this path so far of healing, because that one little fit of rage worth throwing away years of hard work and learning that you've done on your path. The song today too is by John Lennon, Imagine. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. We'll ask you if you can join us, and soon the world can be one. Yeah, not a singer, but so these are so Spirit wanted me to share with you these messages about fallen angels, spiritual warfare that you're going through. And like yesterday, I started feeling good about myself, and I was like, yeah, I'm getting up, I'm putting these messages out. And it was kind of funny. I erased the comment because I'm not into trolls, but I had a little, probably maybe 12-year-old hit me up yesterday and said, whose Nana is this? And it put a skull face like I'm dead, because I was clearly talking about clearing out your third eye. But being I'm in this spiritual warfare, I just ended up wearing a lot of headbands now, because so many people are trying to tap into my crown chakra and my chakras, and it's annoying. So I just put that on. But then, that I am in my 40s, and I was like, wow, I'm not hip and cool anymore, because I'm not in my 20s. And for that little moment, I was like, I'm old. And then when I was giving a reading to someone, I literally channeled a song from Limp Bizkit. Limp Bizkit. Okay, not someone from the 70s, someone from the 90s, the 2000s. And this person did not know it. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so old. You don't know the song from Limp Bizkit? Because all of us that lived through that, I did it for the nookie. The nookie. So you could take that cookie and shove it up your, This girl did not know this, and so that was like strike. So then whose Nana is this was like strike 2 from the karmics, because and the devil energy, because when you get stuff that just really hits a nerve, I swear it's coming from the karmics right now, because they're trying to project this energy. They're trying to get you to lose your cookies and your composure so they can go 15-15 as I say this, so they can go, haha, see, I told you. I watched my ex. I was walking out the door with my daughter in tow because he called them and made up this big lie that I beat him one day. And had his other karmic daughter that was like 18, 19 and homeless at our house holding on to my daughter, and he's busy. This is all happening in my living room and my kitchen. I've got like 3 cops there, and he's busy telling them I don't think that would be appropriate for her to take off with the child right now because she's mentally, he's like sitting there telling the cop how mentally unstable I am. And there's a difference of, saying that to someone on social media, but versus actually telling a cop. And so I had my daughter in hand, but when I looked at him, don't ever look at someone in the eyes, by the way, because the eyes are the portal to your soul. And I looked in his eyes, and the devil got me and got me to react instead of respond. And so they hit that button, and of course I lost my cookies, and the cops looked at me, and guess who goes to jail, or guess who doesn't get their way? It's the one who acts up, by the way. Narcissists, this is a game they love to do. You know how many women and men are sitting in jail right now that are completely innocent, and it's because a narcissist lied on them and hit that emotional trigger. So it's really important for you guys to, if you don't know what gray rocking is, start learning it. Because I don't care who told you, you're weak if you let somebody talk to you that way. I'll let you talk to me whatever way you want at this point, because I'm going to walk away, so you're going to be saying it to my behind. 1713 as I say that, and this gets right into the message that I really want to share. I had some messages pop up about this karmic energy today. And we all understand karmic, but what is karmic? It means it's from a past life. So I want to share with you, and please hit that like, share, and subscribe button if this message really hits a button on you, because this is what I found. This person, you have a karmic relationship with these karmics. So I'm going to just tell you a little story, and you can see how it resonates. The energies that came up were Leo, Gemini, Taurus, and a water sign. So it could be Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Cancer for sure is in this, but I'm seeing a karmic relationship, and this has taken place over many different lifetimes. But this one specifically, I believe, happened in Greece. And it's kind of funny, we were talking about ancient Rome, right? That the phrase that I just said. So this was tied into Greece, and this is about your finances and also your spirituality, religion. You were in this karmic relationship with this person. This person was a very big drinker. They had lots and lots of secrets that they kept. And you didn't, unfortunately, you were gaslighted a lot by this person. This person drank a lot. I feel like they were abusive. They lied to you. They cheated on you many times. This person was definitely made for the streets. They had a lot of sneaky links. And I'm hearing the song from Whitney Houston, Heartbreak Hotel, Bobby Brown and Whitney Houston. That's the energy. They're the king and queen of karmic couples, if you guys remember. Classic example of when 2 karmics meet up and don't learn their lessons and separate. So you guys didn't have any boundaries, and that's why you lost all your finances. This person left you high and dry. back in, so you ended up going to like a convent or something and turning your life over, giving a life of a spiritual, well, a vow of poverty, because you're some kind of spiritual worker, like so a monk, a nun, somebody like that. You literally gave your life over to God to get out of this. And with this, Spirit says once you learn this lesson, it's going to lead you to your soulmate love. And 404 is an angel number that you need to know. Thinking of a person at 404 means friendship or relationship is your soulmate. Encouraged to have a soulmate relationship. And it's also a computer code of not found 404. It's a reminder to show qualities of honesty and service you need to have in order to make a soulmate relationship work. So I feel like there's a person either coming, or maybe you're in separation with, you might be having a possible separation with, because you need to get to your angel, your soulmate love, not this karmic love. Because this person, I'm hearing the song, "You Lied to Me. All those times you said that I love you. You lied to me." That's Mac Morrison, Return of the Mac. So it's time to move forward and drop these connections that no longer serve you. I'm also hearing that you got a lot of verbal, emotional, and possible physical abuse from this person. This person makes excuses for their behavior and for each other's behavior, and nobody takes accountability, and there's a lot of addiction issues. So you could be reliving this again, and then maybe like, or you could be like, I feel like somebody's reliving this now. They went through this karmic relationship and now they're giving their life over to God, and you're on a spiritual awakening. So there's like two different things. Like this happened in a past life, but that's how it's playing out now, because this person was very, very abusive to you. And they said this a lot: "I'm confused about what I want right now. Give me some time." They were always confused, and the devil lives in confusion. And I'm hearing that your love language is words of affirmation, and insults are extremely upsetting to you, having this love language. So every time they gaslit you, every time they did the word soup on you, and they just used a lot of coercive tactics to get you broken mentally. They were trying to break you mentally. They're literally an energy vampire, and they're hiding in your shadows right now, siphoning your energy until you become aware. And that is why things are not working out for you. That is why your projects haven't fully moved forward right now, because they left this trauma, and each lifetime you haven't quite learned this lesson yet, so you keep connecting with them. I'm also hearing, so this Leo energy, you could have a mom out there who is, because, okay, you can be a man or a woman, mother or sister in a past lifetime. It's the energy, it's not the gender or who it was. So I feel like this Leo, who's your mom now, used to be a karmic lover of the past. How about that one? Because you have to understand about past lives, that you can be anything. And if you're not quite sure, like if you feel really feminine in this lifetime but you're a man, I just want to let you know, it doesn't mean that you like other men. It means that you reincarnated a lot as a female in a lot of your past lifetimes. And that's why your energy it's kind of like Quantum Leap. Go watch that show from the 80s. Sometimes your body doesn't quite catch up. So like I've been reincarnated as a man a lot in my past lifetime. That's because I've been picked on so much that I was a man to to stand up for myself, but I have to be, I'm an angel, so I'm supposed to be in this feminine energy. But all these karmics, I had to, like, they tried me out as a male. I was a little too aggressive. So if you're a woman and you're in your masculine a lot, it has a lot to do with this karmic relationship and the fact that you've been reincarnated as a male many, many times. And that is because it's about healing your masculine. It depends on what side you're overdoing it in right now. You'll know which one you're in. So if you're in your female and you're too much in your masculine, you need to you need to heal your feminine and the opposite. So see which one you're in. But this is karmic soul sucking narc energy, and Post Malone, the song of seasons change, but we're running in circles. Feed the flame, but we can't let go. Love is always kind and patient, is never jealous. 1 Corinthians 13 verses 4-7. Love is never boastful or conceited. It is never rude or selfish. It does not take offense, and it is not resentful. Love takes no pleasure in other people's sins, but delights in the truth. It is always ready to excuse, to trust, to hope, and to endure whatever comes. So hold that verse close to your heart, beautiful souls, and know that you need to release yourself. This person has a low emotional IQ. They probably have a lot of DWIs or DUIs, and they always are causing some chaos and drama when they're drinking. It's not just the alcohol, that is them. The alcohol only. When I see somebody act like that, it's not just the alcohol. It influences the person's shadow. So if somebody's not normally like that, believe them when they're drunk, what they're saying and how they're acting, because I'm telling you, secrets come out when you're drunk. It's really funny. I've had people divulge all kinds of stuff and not remember it in the morning. Something's going to come out, speaking of which, lies and secrets, this late fall or winter. You are going to know the truth in full, because they thought that you would forget. This is a confirmation of interference from the ops, possible black magic at work. Super controlling narcissist is the source of this chaos. Manipulation is strong here, and something about Wednesday, beautiful souls. Observe, don't react, lead by faith, not by sight, because this person is holding secrets scarier than Wednesday Adams. Be cautious. Right now, you need to be a clear channel and release any of this negative energy, because it's blocking your manifestations. Remember, God's in control. God's going to let you prevail through this. Your blessings and abundance are on their way, but you need to stick to what your job is, which is not to know the how or the when or the why, but to know about speaking your truth, letting out these lies, because this is how you're enlightening the dark. You need to. Somebody's got a really big drug addiction, country boy or girl, and they have too many fears to be with you. This is also Virgo energy. Spirit wants to remind you, settling leads to unhappiness. This is a karmic soulmate. Repeat, a karmic soulmate. They seek happiness through other people, places, and things, and when they're done with that, they're going to leave you high and dry. Don't be left high and dry, beautiful souls. God loves you. And you got to allow the love of your soul to heal that inner child. All this worry and fear is coming from your inner child, and it's because you were dropped off in the toxic shadows when you were a kid, and you don't know your worth. But the more that you have courage and then you embrace with the fact that you have non-duality, let your authentic humanity shine forth while also bowing to the inner divine. You can become fluent at both. You are limitless. Stop putting limits on your soul, beautiful souls. You got to believe in the divine source, and you got to show gratitude for what you have right now, and know that that'll multiply times 10 if you have faith, because that is the true test in your awakening that you're going through. let me know how this resonates. Go ahead and hit that like, share, and subscribe button, and definitely the bell button so you are alerted to my new videos that are coming out. I'm putting out content weekly. Here are the names that I channeled: Ezekiel, Monique, Wanda. I heard Larry, and then Lawrence Fishburne off of Boys in the Hood. That's one of the movies. Leela, Anna, and then Anna, Bam Bam, Terry, Keisha, Kiki, Evander Holyfield. Feel like you got to get strength. That's what that one's for. Sheena, Tony, and Leela. Yeah, I already said. So that's twice. So let me know what you thought about this message. Let me know if you're currently going through it, because this is definitely the community that I've built to help share losses, stories, and our blessings. And there's no haters present here because they're getting kicked out. So if you want a place to be, I'm going to eventually be having it where you can join and have all, a community, but we can be a community right now before I hit those 10,000 subscribers, right? So definitely thank you for being here. You guys are a blessing. You're definitely helping me get through my karmic stuff, because some days it is lonely to go through this. But I'll never stop, and I'll never let a karmic be the last person that takes my last breath, because God has promised me my blessings. And also because I've earned it, because if you've stood strong in your faith, I love you. And God loves you, and your angels love you, and don't let these karmics knock you off, because they're just a test. You are the blessing. Never forget that. They are the lesson. You are the blessing. Love and light, beautiful souls. I love you. Your angels love you. And God definitely loves you. Don't give up.